Now on Super Sunday, we head down to the capital to see if Chelsea can keep pace with the Manchester clubs. We're at Stamford Bridge. For Chelsea against Liverpool, live for you, high definition, Sky 3D and via Sky Go. The visitors looking for their 5th consecutive league win in this fixture, and they need the points today. Liverpool are 13th in the table with just 11 points so far. As for Chelsea, they're now 3rd, but they can go back above City and close the gap on United at the top to just a point with a win. Their team has 5 changes to it from the one that drew at Swansea. David Luiz ruled out today with tonsillitis. John Terry not selected on Wednesday, starts today. Also in come Bertrand, Ramirez and Mata. Oscar and Hazard also play behind Torres, who starts against his old club. We make 2 changes to the team that drew with Newcastle. In come Glenn Johnson and Jamie Carragher. Looks like a change in formation with 5 at the back. Sterling and Suarez are up front. So Roberto Di Matteo is in the midst of revolutionising Chelsea. They've been through transition before, something a former teammate of his knows all about.
When I took over, it was carrying on a job that had been already started by Glenn Hoddle.
We have a very good manager and we play like a European side. And this is my style and I enjoy.
I think that good players always can play with each other.
Ruth Cooley wants me. You are a fan of mine.
It's an important opportunity.
Welcome to Gianluca Vialli.
I was very excited to come to Chelsea because I knew Glenn Hoddle and Ruth Cooley were trying to make it more similar to a foreign club, like a European club, like an Italian club.
I'm here for Italiano.
Ma è una cosa diversa, ma...
When I was walking into the dressing room, it was like being in Italy. There were so many new players, talented players, and we all knew that it was going to take time. It was just a matter of being a bit tougher.
If you take in back of player, you are not a man.
You already got the ball, and they still try to kick you.
So that we had some interesting characters and some very talented players, and it was just the beginning of a new era. Ruud, he used to explain the way we were trying to play, like sexy football. When I took over,
this is the most unbelievable, the most important thing that has happened in all my career.
I put the icing on the cake, but Ruud and Glenn basically cooked the cake. The spine, the soul of the team has got to be made of local players, British players. Dennis Wise obviously was sort of the captain and also the soul of Chelsea Football Club.
We've got it's a little song that we do.
I understand nothing.
Players that feel like a huge sense of belonging to the club, and they feel loyal. They know what it means to play and put on a Chelsea shirt.
I really like it, and I've settled down here in London, and I hope to stay another few years. I hope that I make 2 or 3 goals. I hope that we have very success together and win something. We're going to have a big party tonight, Jeff, with the big trophy, with the big ears. That's what I'm going to do.
He's done a tremendous job. He's made a few simple but very effective changes. Now Chelsea play different football because I think Robbie has identified the problems with Hazard, Oscar now, even Mata. When they go forward, they're a bit more unpredictable. What really excites me is to see a team that somehow manages to win. My Chelsea was sort of similar. I made a little difference and then someone else completed the job.
You started that job. As he said, you played a big role. How does it compare, and what do you make of what's happening here now?
There's no comparison. You cannot compare to how it was when I first arrived here. It was the mentality of the club was totally different as it is now. The array of talent and stars that you've just seen on that clip now, you know, I was pinching myself. I went on to do the England job, but I was pinching myself after 2 years, after I left, thinking, is that talent really ended up at Chelsea? And credit to everyone behind the scenes, and obviously the money come as well, but money doesn't always make a success, you know. You've got to work hard and you've got to get the right gel and the right players to gel together. And that's what they've done, and the modern day at the moment, this Chelsea at the moment, are very attractive. The owner wanted more attractive football. and I think he's getting it, and I think now he might even want to put his hand in his pocket even more now than ever. There's talk about him toning it down, but possibly he might just want to take... If they get Falcao now, if they were to get Falcao, that would be the icing on the cake, and I think they would win the Premiership on the back of that.
He also talked about, in an attractive side, if you like, having that British spine, that core, which Chelsea have got, and one of the important men in that back today.
And it's important to have him back, in my opinion. The 4 games that he hasn't played, they've conceded 10 goals. I just feel he gives them that stability at the back. I watched David Luiz, and at times he's magical. He comes forward with a ball and he looks like, you know, Beckenbauer. But sometimes when that ball's in the box, I think defending to him is a second fault. It's an afterthought. Whereas I think John Terry, first and foremost, wants to defend. I think it's a great match-up today in terms of, with Liverpool, what their options are. You see Sterling maybe playing slightly higher, and also Suarez. And those two can really wriggle and move and manipulate the ball, and they're going to have their hands full at the back today.
John Terry back today, then let's get a quick word with Brendan Rodgers, who's with Jeff Shreves.
Brendan, no Martin Skirtle, what's happened there?
He's had a virus in the last 24 hours, so unfortunately we gave him right up until this morning, but he was no better, so unfortunately he hasn't travelled.
You bring Jamie Carragher into the side. You're 5 at the back. Is it because of Skirtle's absence, or this is a system you've used before, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a system that suits the players. We've been doing terrific with 4-2-3-1, but I feel this is another system that really helps and supports the players and gives us an opportunity higher up the pitch, maybe to get more numbers and more attacking areas. So, and a lot of the players have played it before, so they're quite comfortable with it. And
what's the key for you to get a positive result today against Chelsea?
I think for us, it's just maintaining our focus and concentration, and got great confidence at the moment. And of course, it's not total confidence, because that comes from winning lots of games. But their performance level has been very good, and I think it's just a case of us continue to believe in how we've been working, which the players have, and when we get the chances, to take those chances.
Good luck to you today. Cheers.
Change of formation. Is it a formation that will suit Jamie Carragher this afternoon?
Yeah, well, I think back to 2 years ago when Kenny Dalglish was manager. He went with a 3 at the back, and we were all surprised, but it worked. They won 1-0. I think that was Fernando Torres' his debut for Chelsea. I think Jamie would be quite pleased to have defenders alongside him, Wisdom one side and Aga, or whoever plays in the middle. I was surprised he's playing, because obviously he played midweek against Anzi away from home. He's done an awful lot of travelling, so it wouldn't have been what he'd have liked to have done today, to be honest. But Jamie's a defendable player, as probably as dependable as you could have. Great guy to have around. But that does make it a lot more difficult for them, because they've got a way of playing that's not always easy. You've got the 2 wing backs have not really been able to work on it as much as what they'd liked, but what it does do is it gets Suarez and up front as well, doesn't it, with Skirtle. So they've got real pace in that area, and I think that's where they can get at Chelsea.
I think it suits him for today. I think with the change, I think he's had to go with it. I don't think the way that they want to play Liverpool under Brendan and put Jamie out there as a centre half and split the centre halves, attacking fullbacks, you lose the ball on the counter. I think Jamie would be picked off on a game like this. So 3 is definitely, I think, in his mind, probably maybe since this morning, you know, because of the little change that he's had to make. Yeah.
Numbers at the back. One crucial man up front, Luis Suarez, so often the subject of negative headlines. Last weekend, though, he got us all talking for the right reasons.
That's why there's such a fuss about this fella. Absolutely world-class.
He's so bright and he's so clever. It was unbelievable.
Skill of the highest order.
Everything about it was amazing.
You'll not see a better technique goal than that all season. It's a fantastic position.
A great ball by Josie.
Look at Enrique's eyes here, the little nod. What's the nod? It's telepathy, that.
That ball's travelled 70 yards. He's never taken his eye off the ball. His first touch is sublime.
To adjust his body, his feet and his knees to make sure he doesn't get that second contact.
Had the audacity to nick it past Tim Krul and tap it in.
For me, it just shows that he is one of the top strikers in the world.
He's capable of doing those things week in and week out.
Suarez trying to get behind Colaccini here. That's wonderful from Suarez. Absolutely brilliant. That is the touch of a genius.